Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you work, you're just running in circles financially? You get your paycheck, pay the bills, maybe treat yourself to something small, and then, poof, it's gone. It's frustrating, right? You start wondering, is this really how life is supposed to be? The truth is, most people aren't broke because they don't work hard. They're broke because they don't know how to make money work for them. And if this feels all too familiar, you're not alone. The financial system we live in sets us up to believe that earning and spending is all there is. From credit card ads promising freedom to social media influencers flaunting lifestyles that feel out of reach, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking you need to keep up. But here's the harsh reality: following this cycle only keeps you stuck. The good news? There's a way out, a way to not just make money, but grow it, keep it, and use it to create the life you've always wanted. Imagine breaking free from this endless loop. Picture yourself not just surviving but thriving, saving for that dream house, building multiple streams of passive income, or even retiring early. It's not a fantasy. It's a mindset shift. It's about stepping off the hamster wheel and taking control of your financial future. The key lies in changing how you think about money, breaking bad habits, and learning strategies that most people will never take the time to discover. So, what's stopping you? By the end of this journey, you'll uncover not just why most people stay broke, but exactly how to escape that trap and transform your finances for good. Let's dive in, and trust me, this is one ride you don't want to miss. Most people approach money like kids at Chuck E. Cheese: earn tickets, spend tickets, repeat. But here's the thing: wealth isn't about what you make, it's about how you think. Imagine this: a friend gets a $1,000 bonus. One runs to buy a flashy new gadget, while the other invests it in index funds. 10 years later, one still has the outdated gadget, while the other's investment could have grown into thousands. It all starts in the mind. Changing how you see money is like flipping a switch. It opens up possibilities you didn't even know existed. Ever notice how some people seem to have it all together financially? It's not luck, it's strategy. Instead of seeing money as something to spend, they see it as a tool to grow their freedom. Think of it like planting seeds. A $20 spent on lunch today is gone tomorrow, but $20 invested could grow into $200 over time. It's not about deprivation, it's about choices. When you realize that every dollar can work for you, you'll start treating money differently. To shift your mindset, start small. Begin by tracking your spending for a week, yes, every single dollar. This might sound tedious, but it's eye-opening. You'll start to see patterns: morning coffee runs, impulse buys, streaming subscriptions you forgot about. Once you're aware, you can make intentional changes. For example, brewing coffee at home could save you $50 a month, enough to kickstart a high-yield savings account or even a beginner stock portfolio. The beauty of a money mindset shift is that it's empowering. You're no longer stuck in a cycle of working, spending, and repeating. Instead, you start asking, how can this dollar help me build my future? And when you start thinking this way, you're on the path to financial freedom. So, how do you break free from the biggest money mistake almost everyone makes? That's exactly where we're headed next. The biggest financial trap most people fall into? Spending as soon as they earn. It's like filling a bucket with a hole at the bottom. No matter how much you pour in, it never stays full. Picture this: you get a paycheck, and before you know it, it's gone. New clothes, dining out, random Amazon buys. Sound familiar? This habit keeps you stuck. Instead of building wealth, you're just treading water, living paycheck to paycheck. But here's the kicker: breaking free is simpler than you think. Most people don't realize they're stuck in a cycle of buying things they don't need, to impress people who don't matter. Those daily $7 lattes or the $100 impulse shopping sprees might feel harmless, but over a year, that adds up to thousands. Take Sarah, for example. She started tracking her small expenses and realized she was spending $400 a month on takeout. Cutting it in half gave her an extra $200 to save or invest. It's not about denying yourself, it's about being intentional. The first step to breaking this cycle is awareness. Start by categorizing your spending, essentials like rent and groceries, and non-essentials like entertainment or shopping. Ask yourself, does this purchase add lasting value to my life? For example, swapping weekly takeout for meal prepping can save hundreds while teaching you a valuable skill. And instead of buying every new gadget, consider if it aligns with your long-term goals. Small changes create big results over time. Here's the exciting part: every dollar you don't spend on non-essentials is a dollar you can put toward your future. By redirecting just $10 a day into investments, you could grow over $100,000 in 20 years, thanks to compound interest. Mind-blowing, right? So, what's the secret to starting this journey? It begins with a simple, life-changing habit, and it's coming up next. Pay yourself first. Here's a game changer. Treat yourself like your most important bill. Pay yourself first, no excuses. That means setting aside at least 10% of every dollar you earn before paying for rent, groceries, or anything else. Sounds bold? Maybe, but this one habit can completely change your financial future. Imagine earning $3,000 a month and putting $300 straight into savings or investments. Over time, this small commitment snowballs into life-changing wealth. Think of it like planting seeds in a garden. Each dollar you save is a seed that grows into a money tree, producing fruit year after year. Take Jake, for instance. He started saving $200 monthly when he was 25. By the time he hit 40, he'd saved over $70,000, even with modest investments. The earlier you start, the more powerful it becomes. Even if 10% feels impossible right now, start with 5% or even 1%. It's about building the habit, not perfection. But here's the catch: you need to automate it. Make it so easy you can't mess it up. Set up a direct deposit or recurring transfer to a savings or investment account as soon as your paycheck hits. Out of sight, out of mind. Platforms like Acorns or Fidelity make it effortless to get started, even with small amounts. The trick is to remove the temptation to spend it before you even notice it's there. What makes this method so magical? It forces you to prioritize your future self. Over time, you'll adapt to living on less without feeling deprived. And as your savings grow, you'll feel empowered, knowing you're building a safety net or even funding big dreams, like buying a house or starting a business. But saving is only half the battle. What you do with those savings is where the real transformation happens. Let's dive into that next. Adaptability in saving. Humans are surprisingly adaptable when it comes to their spending. It might sound impossible to cut 10% of your income at first, but trust me, you can make it work without sacrificing the things that truly matter. Think about it. When gas prices rise or your favorite coffee shop increases its prices, you adjust without realizing it. Why not redirect that adaptability towards saving instead? The key is identifying what's essential versus what's just draining your wallet. Start by tracking your expenses for a week, yes, every dollar. You'd be amazed at how small leaks add up. For example, skipping just $3 $5 lattes a week saves you $780 a year. Now, imagine redirecting that into a savings account or investment. That's the power of prioritizing essentials over extras. You don't need to give up your lifestyle completely, you just need to trim the fat. One of the best strategies to ease into this is the substitution trick. Love eating out? Limit it to once a week and cook at home using easy meal prep recipes. Can't live without entertainment? Swap a $20 movie ticket for a $10 monthly streaming service. These small shifts add up faster than you think. And here's the kicker: once you adjust, your brain stops craving those extras you cut out, proving just how adaptable we are. Here's the beauty of this approach: it's sustainable. Unlike extreme budgeting, which leaves you feeling deprived and frustrated, this strategy builds resilience and confidence. And as your savings grow, so will your belief in your ability to manage money wisely. But saving is just the beginning. To truly thrive financially, you need to level up by investing in yourself, and that's exactly where we're headed next. Invest in yourself. The best investment you'll ever make isn't in stocks or real estate, it's in yourself. Increasing your earning potential starts with building skills that the market values. Think about this. The world's shifting faster than ever, and industries are hungry for talent in areas like video editing, AI, and content creation. The great news? Many of these skills are free to learn online. Platforms like YouTube, Coursera, or even free AI tutorials can give you a head start without costing you a dime. Picture this. Someone spends just an hour a day learning video editing on free software like DaVinci Resolve. In a month, they land their first freelance gig, earning $100 for a simple project. Now multiply that over time as they sharpen their skills. That's the magic of investing in yourself. It pays off exponentially. You're not just building income, you're building independence and a sense of control over your financial destiny. Another key area to consider is communication and networking. No matter how skilled you are, opportunities often come down to who you know and how well you present yourself. If public speaking makes you nervous, try joining groups like Toastmasters. If networking feels overwhelming, start with LinkedIn, crafting a professional profile and reaching out to people in your desired field. These small steps compound into big results. Here's the thing. Investing in yourself isn't just about money, it's about confidence. Every new skill, every new connection, is a step toward a stronger, more empowered you. And when you're focused on growth, you naturally start spending your time on things that push you forward instead of holding you back. Speaking of which, let's dive deeper into controlling the distractions that might be pulling you off track. Control your consumption. Every minute you spend scrolling through social media or binge-watching the latest show is a minute stolen from your future. Sure, it feels relaxing in the moment, but have you ever noticed how those hours vanish without anything to show for them? The truth is, those platforms are designed to keep you hooked, not to help you grow. What if, instead, you use that time to learn a skill, plan your finances, or brainstorm how to start a business? That shift in focus can completely transform your life. Take this example. Instead of spending 2 hours on TikTok, imagine dedicating that time to reading a personal finance book like The Millionaire Next Door. Or maybe you could take an online course about building passive income streams. Those small daily shifts can add up to a wealth of knowledge over time. And here's the kicker. When you prioritize activities that build your future, you'll feel a sense of accomplishment that no amount of entertainment can provide. Controlling your consumption doesn't just mean cutting back on screen time. It's also about what you let into your mind. Are you consuming motivational content that pushes you to grow? Or are you stuck in a loop of negativity, following influencers who only flaunt lifestyles you can't afford? Unfollow accounts that drain your energy and start curating a digital environment that inspires you instead. The goal is to feed your mind with content that drives your personal and financial growth. When you gain control over your consumption, you free up not just time but mental clarity. This clarity allows you to focus on what truly matters, your goals, your dreams, and your ability to achieve them. And as you gain that focus, you'll naturally start evaluating your priorities with a sharper lens. Speaking of which, let's take a closer look at how aligning your focus with your goals can make all the difference. Evaluate your focus. Have you ever stopped to ask yourself, what am I really working toward? It's easy to get caught up in life's day-to-day grind, chasing paychecks and temporary pleasures, without ever pausing to evaluate if they align with your long-term goals. The truth is, where you place your focus determines where you end up. Are you prioritizing financial freedom and personal growth, or are you letting distractions and fleeting desires dictate your life? If you've never reflected on this, now's the time to start. Take a closer look at your habits. Are you spending hours shopping for things you don't need or scrolling endlessly online, chasing short-term dopamine hits? Instead, imagine redirecting that time toward learning how to invest or even starting a side hustle. For instance, you could spend an evening researching real estate crowdfunding platforms or reading up on index funds. These small changes in focus could compound into significant results, building your financial independence brick by brick. Your focus isn't just about time management, it's about emotional energy too. Let's say you're constantly comparing yourself to others on social media. That energy could be better spent creating a vision for your own life, one that's authentic to you. Write down your top 3 financial goals, whether it's paying off debt, building passive income streams, or saving for early retirement. Then, evaluate each decision you make through the lens of these goals. This clarity can help you cut through distractions and stay on track. The beauty of reevaluating your focus is that it empowers you to make intentional choices. When you align your actions with your true priorities, you'll find a deeper sense of purpose and satisfaction. And here's the exciting part: when your focus shifts to what truly matters, you'll naturally start unlocking opportunities you never thought possible. Ready to take everything you've learned and put it into action? Let's talk about what's next. Think back to where we started, feeling stuck in that frustrating cycle of earning and spending with nothing to show for it. Now, imagine breaking free from that, building habits that actually grow your wealth, and finally having the financial control you've always wanted. The power is in your hands now. So, what's stopping you from taking that next step? The tools are right here, ready to be used. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. That way, you won't miss a single tip or strategy to level up your financial mindset and finally take control of your money. This is just the beginning, and you're on the path to becoming the person who's not only financially secure but thriving in every aspect of life. And here's the real game changer. If you're ready to fast-track your transformation, check out my material, Holistic Health: Nourish Your Mind, Balance Your Finances, Transform Your Life. In it, you'll learn how to create passive income streams, eliminate debt, and maintain mental clarity under financial pressure. This isn't just another guide, it's your roadmap to freedom. Click the link in the pinned comment now and start transforming your finances today. It's your time. Your financial freedom is closer than you think. The choice to make it happen is yours. Let's do this!